What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, XLM's price is starting to get rather interesting, and I think something might be happening that I want you to keep a very close eye on. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. And guys, don't forget, if you do want to start trading on up to 500x leverage on things like Bitcoin, Solana, Sui, Pepe, and many more, you can check out that BTCC link down below. If you sign up to BTCC specifically using my link, they're going to give you a 10% bonus on your first time deposit between $500 and $100,000. This means if you deposit, say, $3,000, they're going to give you $300 right then on the spot to start trading with. And whatever profit you make from that is completely yours, no strings attached. You can reinvest it, withdraw it, do whatever you want with it. It's a great opportunity to make literally free gains during the bull market. So if that is something that interests you, go check out that platform down below. It's a great trading platform. I use it all the time myself, so feel free to check it out and let me know what you think. Now, before we talk about what's going on here with XLM's price, let's kind of rewind a little bit and let me tell you the context of where we are right now so that you can kind of understand why what we are actually seeing right now is so important. So what we've been tracking with XLM recently has been its attempt to clear the golden zone. Now, you guys hear me talking about the golden zone basically every single day here on the channel. I mean, we might as well put the golden zone in the banner of the channel because we talk about it every day, but it's so important, and it's just because it is that important. Now, what we've been tracking with the golden zone here for XLM is the fact that its price is trying to break the golden zone. Now, history says that if the golden zone is broken, it opens up the door for Fibonacci extensions. Now, put simply, what that means is that if we see XLM's price break through this golden box between 32 cents and 49 cents, it opens up the door for XLM to be able to push $1.64 to $3.90. So obviously, thinking that, well, a move of that size, which could again be anywhere from 250 to 700%, could be on the way if we break the golden zone, we should probably watch the golden zone. Now, if we zoom in a little bit more, what you can see is that as XLM's price has been trying to break out of that golden zone, it did lose a little bit of momentum, and that's not surprising. This is a very difficult level to clear, and of course the market itself also started to pull back. So because of that, we did see XLM kind of slowing down a bit. Now, a few videos ago, I told you, hey, it actually seems to me as if XLM is creating the early signs of a descending parallel channel, so we were doing a little bit of buying, especially towards the bottom side of that zone there. Well, what do you know? Of course, we do start to see that actually playing out. XLM pulling towards the bottom side, using it as support to push to the top side, leading us to where we are today. But I've told you all, I think this is a very good thing. I think it's very bullish, the fact that XLM has now validated that this is a descending channel, because 80% of the time during bull markets, we break to the upside of these channels, in which in this instance, if we do break the upside of this channel, that also breaks us out the golden box. And so all of these things are just quite simply saying that it's getting more and more likely that XLM's price will find some support and use it to not only break out of this channel, but break the golden zone and unlock the door to $1.30 plus. Not saying it'll go immediately up to it, but unlock the door to be able to get there eventually. So now that you understand what we've been talking about and going over, let's zoom in a little bit closer into what is happening while we are in this descending channel, because what is playing out right now could actually be extremely bullish. And look, I will give you a little bit of a warning as we go into the next portion of the video that things may get a little bit complicated here, especially if you are a little new or if you're more advanced, but you're just trying to add some of these tools to your toolbox. And so all that I suggest and all that I will tell you, if you are someone who's trying to get better at this whole crypto thing and these things get a little complicated or confusing, is just to stick around to the end of the video. At the end of the video, we'll have gone through things much more thoroughly, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Discord community that we are seeing people generating hundreds of percentages and gains in every single day as a result of all the workshops, live streams, classes, and more. So again, if you're one of those people who's just trying to get better at this whole crypto thing, all that I ask from you, just stick around until the end of the video. So as I mentioned before, now that you understand what's going on, let's kind of zoom in a little bit and see what is happening right now. Well, obviously, the whole game plan for XLM at this given moment is simply just to break through the top side of this descending channel. That's what we want to see happen. And what we're actually seeing playing out right now could be the early formations of a structure that could make that happen. Now, what I'm referring to is the fact that XLM seems to be putting in some very wonky, very ugly cup and handle pattern. Now, it's not textbook, and I do want you guys to remember that sometimes they are and sometimes they are not textbook. For example, one thing that you may notice and you may think is, well, there isn't a defined point on the left side here, right? A lot of the times whenever you're creating cup and handle patterns, you usually like to see something like this and then the rollover, because it creates that point for you. You see how you have the defined left side of the cup, right side of the cup, cup and handle, breakout? Well, we don't have that right now, right? We're not seeing a defined point. Maybe a little bit, but not really. But analysts have gone to study and recognize that the only exception to that rule is if there is then a defined point of resistance that the cup and handle is being built onto, so under. And so what I thought was, well, it doesn't really seem to be like that, right? We have a little bit of this previous point of support right here, but that's a little bit lower. That's like down here. And then we obviously have this resistance up here, but that's a little too high. So we're not really seeing anything defined until I thought, wait, matter of fact, if we just get rid of everything and look at this really quickly, from the move that we just made, the swing high all the way down to the swing low, if we do go ahead and draw in our Fibonacci's, that's when the picture changes. Because what you'll then come to recognize is that as we are starting to interact with the bottom side of this micro golden zone, we are building up this cup and handle pattern directly under that golden zone. It is then attached to it, therefore validating the left side of the cup, therefore validating that this is a cup and handle pattern. Now, are cup and handle patterns at 100% breakout ratio? No, of course not. Nothing is. But is this a good sign that as we are getting towards the bottom side of this descending channel, that we are seeing XLM's price create bullish structure that very well might break us to the upside? Oh, absolutely. And even better, it's building the structure right at the bottom of the 50% threshold of that parallel channel. Meaning that if it can break out of this cup and handle pattern, which is currently positioned at roughly, let's go ahead and get it drawn up, 45 cents, 45.3 cents. It's not only going to break that cup and handle line, it's also going to break that 50% threshold, which also opens the door to the upside. Now, if we take the breakout target of the actual cup and handle itself, which is the distance from the cup line to the bottom of the cup, and apply it to the top side, what you'll come to recognize is that this actually does give us a breakout not only to the upside, but out of the descending channel as well. And so again, am I saying that for sure this is what's going to happen and that XLM is going to break this, go up here, and just go straight up here? No, I'm not saying that. That's not the point. The whole point is, well, look, this is a buy zone for us right now. We did some buying in the green zone, a little bit of buying in the gray zone, and it seems like those purchases may end up in profit at some point soon. And what would entail, or what would kind of give early signals that that is the case, is if we can see XLM's price break above 45.3 cents. Because now that gets us out of the bottom 50% threshold, out of our buy zones, puts our buys in profit, and opens up the door for a breakout not only just to the top side, but possibly even past the top side. And so when I see bullish signals like this, although I'm not going to make a huge move off of it, although it's not 100% validated, it's something that I think I should share with you. And I think whenever we see these bullish signals, when you see enough of them over time, they start to give you a pretty clear picture of what may happen well before it does happen. And so what I'm doing at this given point is actually quite simple. I'm going to give XLM a range. And whatever way we go from this range is very likely where we're going for quite a couple bit of percentages. If XLM's price breaks 45.3 cents, I believe the door then opens for a push to the top side of this descending channel, which could be 52 to 54 cents. That could be a move of, let's see, anywhere from 15 to 20%. If XLM's price breaks through the bottom side of this range and loses the bottom side of what should be a handle for a cup and handle pattern, the likelihood is that it's going to continue lower towards 37.5 to 35 cents to the downside, which from this given point is a fall of about 15 to 20%. And so it's very easy at this given point what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do anything. If XLM's price breaks to the upside, maybe I'll open up a long trade with a tight stop loss just for funsies. If its price does, but if anything, I'm just going to let it ride and allow the profits from these purchases we did here and here, I'm just going to let them turn into bigger profits. But if its price does fall below this white line, I am going to prepare to do some more dollar cost averaging because I will happily buy more XLM while it is pursuing the bottom side of this channel in anticipation that then we would try to make this move upwards. Because I do think this will happen one way or another. It's just a matter of when, not a matter of if. And so at this point, all I'm going to do and all I suggest you to do, sit back and watch and allow this to play out. If XLM's price breaks to the upside, we validate the cup and handle pattern. We open up the door for a push to the top side. If its price starts pulling back below 41.1 cents, it opens up the door for XLM to probably pull back 10 or 15%, at which point we can be doing some more buying and picking it up while it's in the green zone. Very easy situation, and that's a win-win for me. I'm either going to be able to be in profit now, or I get to buy a little bit more in the green box and be in that same amount of profit later on. Totally okay with me because I have a long-term vision for XLM. And so I wanted to just share that with you today. Show you that super bullish signal that I was seeing here from this cup and handle pattern forming and get your take on it. I know it's not textbook, but I'm just going off of research. And research says that this is possible, so I wanted to share it with you today. So let me know your thoughts down below. And don't forget, look, I'll be covering XLM every single day, especially while we are seeing it get closer and closer to this breakout. So do stay prepared and watch this channel and this range extremely closely. Now, if you're someone who's just just trying to get better at this whole crypto thing, I highly recommend you joining the Discord server. Okay, guys, in the Discord server, what you're going to get are Insights with Tyler, which are my thoughts and insights, some of the things that I'm buying and selling, some moves I'm making in my portfolio, and much more. For example, on the 9th, in that huge dip, we were buying all of these different cryptos, and all of them are up 20 to 30% now. We have exclusive live shows every single day. We have daily technical analysis reports that get released on the same cryptos I make videos about, daily fundamental analysis reports on the market itself. I have 2 teams of professional traders who post their buy and sell alerts every single day, and you need to think, these are people who live off of trading. These are professional trade teams, and they're giving you their buy and sell signals, which is absolutely insane. We have premium classes on things like bull market investing, the Fibonacci's, the Bollinger Bands. We have beginners courses on things like leverage trading and technical analysis for beginners, and many more of these releasing. These are 30-minute long, 20-page presentation, vocabulary sheet, cheat sheet presentation. I mean, we got so much going on in these technical analysis and leverage trading for beginners courses. You got to check those out. We have these 2 to 3 minute long videos called Tips with Tyler, where we just go over random stuff, and you can pause it to see what sort of videos there are there. And all these things combined are generating the community hundreds of percentages and gains every single day, quite simply because people are using these lessons to turn them into strategies, taking those strategies and turning them into real life profits and gains. Look at this guy yesterday, putting in multiple trades at over 100% gains on ICP. Absolutely insane stuff. So if you do want access to this, head down to the Patreon link down below, guys. It's the cost of a Netflix subscription or cheaper. It's either $17 a month or $5 a month. And I think that is a crazy good deal. And we actually have one more tier up releasing on Monday, so do stay tuned for that. But go feel free to check that out down below. I do think it's a very, very good deal, and it has clearly helped hundreds of people elevate. We're currently at 729 members just in the last month. So if you do want to join that, check that link out down below. Don't forget, guys, we post 6, 7, 8 videos here on the channel every single day. So if you have been enjoying them, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.